Hello, my friend. I very much want to teach you about the joy of Cielo Tek. First and foremost, you want to grow your own cactus. This tech is not to be used on commercial cactus powder, for they are often rather shitty as well as poached from the wild in a disrespectful manner. I shall make a video later on how to best start your seeds. But trust me, it is worth it in the long run, for your rewards will be infinite. First, cut your cactus into thin slices like this. Then load them into your food dehydrator at 120 degrees. Dry for about 24 hours until they're completely cracker dry and have no bend in them. Load them into a blender with a tight lid and blend in spurts until the cactus is all powderized. Next, switch to a milling attachment and grind to the consistency of flour. Take your time and do it in spurts. Transfer 100 grams of the cactus powder to a clean bowl and get out your pickling lime. Weigh out 25 grams of the pickling lime and pour it in with the cactus powder. Whisk the powders together into a uniform mixture. Make sure there are no clumps and it is a consistent color throughout. Now add 130 grams of distilled water to the powder. Mix for at least 10 minutes. Take your time, this is a crucial step. If you need to add more water, weigh out an additional 50 grams and add a very tiny bit at a time as you mix. You want to get it to a wet crumb consistency, meaning that when cupped it will ball up in your gloved hand, but it's still dry enough to crumble back into crumbs. Take your time, you will figure it out. Don't rush and don't add too much water. Patience is the main ingredient in this process. Load the material into a stainless steel French press. Then set up a collection jar with a funnel into coffee filters. Be sure to saturate the filters with a little bit of fresh ethyl acetate. Pour 225 grams of ethyl acetate into the French press. Stir for 3 minutes, then let it rest for 1 minute. Press it down and pour the first pull through the filter and into your jar. Now pour an additional 160 grams of ethyl acetate into the French press. Repeat the stir, rest, filter process for a total of 5 pulls with 160 grams of ethyl acetate in each subsequent pull. Put your collection jar onto a magnetic stirrer. Get out your citric acid. Weigh out 5 grams, that's roughly 1 teaspoon. Hop in a stir bar and fire up your stirrer. Now it's time to add the citric acid. Note the green clouding color change. No, seriously, pay attention to it. This is the precipitation of the molecule which you seek, but will remain unnamed due to the current thought processes of our belligerently ignorant overlords. This unnamed molecule will be your greatest ally if you treat it with respect. Grow your own cactus. Share with your friends. Investigate your mind and the blocks that have been placed upon it by compulsory education, forced indoctrination into slave religions, propaganda and programming, the media, violence, tyranny, and so on and so forth. Meditate on morals, ideals, awareness, and progress. Meditate on love. Meditate on ego-less eternity. Know thyself. Now let the solution stir for an hour or so. Strain the liquid into a clean jar with a fresh set of 2 coffee filters in a funnel. Give the jar a little swirl about halfway through to loosen up any stubborn crystals. You will see what you are looking for in the coffee filter. Rinse the material with fresh ethyl acetate until it's white. Leave it to dry for a couple of hours. Then let it rest on a cleanest-free surface for another hour or so, until it's completely dry and gives off no scent of the ethyl acetate. Scrape it up and store the powder in an airtight jar, out of heat and light in a cool, dry cabinet or drawer.